Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm touching on the topic of sovereignty. Why I changed my name on YouTube from Your Healthy Ascension to Sovereign Keys is mainly because I am building a mystery school and courses to help people become sovereign on all levels. And so today I'm going to be talking about what that truly means. Because in today's world, that word sovereign gets thrown out all the time, thrown around. It is very much a catchphrase these days. And so I just wanted to share some clarity, some light on the term, and what does it mean to be sovereign in today's world. So let's get into it. Now, is sovereignty just some kind of paperwork or legal status, or is it something deeper? And really, we need to discuss this on all levels. So, the mind, body, soul, and including financial sovereignty. And so, when it comes to the mind aspect, this is really where it's reclaiming your ability to think independently. This is where you are able to break free from programming, your upbringing, your indoctrination by the media, education, and religion. Those are the main three control structures. And for your mind, it happens at such a early age that we often do not know we are being programmed. It is just the norm. And so by clearing the programming, the layers of illusion, by being willing and open to question the world around you, to find truth and what is truth for yourself. Now, this is where a good question for that is, do I believe this because it is true, or do I believe it because I was taught it? And so true sovereignty is really where it begins when you're no longer outsourcing your authority. You are knowing with your inner compass what is truth, whether this is coming from your direct source self connection with your higher self and God, the divine, or you have done your own due diligence, research, learning, empirical study, and have come up with your own conclusions. That is bypassing the indoctrination system of your mind. So, reclaiming your mind is definitely one of the main steps on the journey towards sovereignty. Now, the second step is body sovereignty. And so this is harder and harder these days. It's literally getting harder and harder. But it just means it takes more effort, more willpower, more determination, which, you know, is what sharpens iron. Iron sharpens iron. It's the friction that squeezes us to help us grow. So reclaiming your body sovereignty is knowing and trusting in the divine blueprint that you were created in their image, the Elohim, the highest divine perfection blueprint. Therefore, knowing your body, 444 on the clock, is at it is supposed to do what it does best, which is regenerate itself. It is a self-healing mechanism. And so this is really challenging these days because we need to give our body the right circumstances it requires to be able to self-heal, to reach that homeostasis that it is always wanting to do so we can function at the um, optimal levels of our abilities in this body vehicle that we have to get us around here. Now, to do this, we often have to detox. Detox is one of the utmost important things that we have to do in today's world. Um, we are bombarded by toxins on pretty much a daily basis, literally bombarded by them. So, detoxing your systems is really important. This is eliminating processed foods, any big pharma dependency, uh, mitigating harmful EMF exposures, clearing out your kidneys, getting your lymphatic system to be clearing properly. Your elimination systems need to be cleansed and working at the optimal function to help aid the body's ability to regenerate. And so when we are full of outside forces and outside concoctions, toxic concoctions such as the GMOs and all of the pesticides that are sprayed on all of the food, and then we're not eating food that is straight from the earth, single ingredient food products, the closest we get to eating directly from Maggie's organic farm, any straight from nature, growing your own food, the harder it is to give our body the optimal nutrition it needs. Then we have things such as the medical establishment trying to inject things into your body. And they're also placing uh, nanobots and small toxic heavy metals raining from the sky and in your food, hidden in aluminum cans. There is so much toxicity constantly trying to get your body on a daily basis. So the upkeep required to maintain optimal health is quite the effort. So having body sovereignty in mind is key here. It's going to be the foundation for your physical vessel to be able to operate at its highest potential. And that is why a sovereign body is, it's not dependent on any systems that are really designed to weaken you. So, reclaiming as much as you can when you can, making the steps, taking a step each day towards a more healthy, aligned body. What can you eliminate from your food, from your daily intake, what you are putting into your mouth, and what you're putting on your body, and making those changes? That is all steps towards becoming sovereign in the body. And so the third level is soul sovereignty. And, religion is one of the most confusing topics, subjects out there because you can see people's belief structures, how well they are indoctrinated and how strongly they hold on to those belief structures. They're willing to become aggressive when challenged, or, they get triggered. You can see those are all programs. When anyone is being triggered, there's an emotional response from new information or challenging of their faith, their belief. You can tell that they are not standing in truth. They don't have a strong pillar to stand on. If you know something to be true, again, you cannot be emotionally off center. If someone's challenging you, you would welcome it because you know it to be true. So you would be able to not have an emotional response there. And so for soul sovereignty, this is aligning with source, God, Father, Mother, God, the most high pre-existing source, whatever you want to call that all-encompassing field um, that is in everything, the field of love. It is the fabric of reality. Whatever you want to call with that is aligning with that. And that is aligning with that truth over any man-made law. So this is where we are reaching towards Christ consciousness. When we step into Christ consciousness, we're aligning with inner authority and truth, embodiment. So again, truth cannot be shaken or shattered. And so you'll know you are on the right path, aligned with your soul, when you're no longer giving your spiritual authority to anything outside of you. So you're no longer serving any of the false gods, which, is government, corporations, religion. All of these things are serving a higher law, but not the true divine law. And so when you are stepping into your soul sovereignty, you know and you reclaim that your rights are God-given. So they are inalienable, God-given rights. They cannot be taken away from you. They do not come from the state or the government or your parents or any outside force of you. 12:12 on the clock. You only respond to the Most High, the divine calling, the truth of the truth. So finding that. And you know you are in alignment when your heart is aligned with your thoughts. So right action, right thinking, right speech. All of this is part of the soul sovereignty. And the fourth and most difficult part of the sovereignty game here is the financial sovereignty. This is the most challenging aspect of this matrix game. And that's really because we are not aware of what is really going on in the money world. We take it as face value, and most people have not questioned the money, where it comes from, and the symbolism and the control grid of what it is. But the truth is, our monetary system is nothing but a control system. It is debt slavery. It is perpetuating modern day slavery without you knowing about it. And so, to gain true financial sovereignty, um, you must learn the hidden rules of the game. And this is learning to operate in the private, understanding there are two distinct systems at play within the monetary world. One is operating in the public space, and one is operating in the private space. And so you have to learn how to switch from the public into the private. And you must learn about trusts, about status correction, about private contracts, and how you have to re-educate yourself of how to be the banker that you are supposed to be. We are all supposed to be individual bankers. You are an individual banker. You just never were taught that. And so you do not know your duties or your roles of how to perform the correct financial duties with your true divine authority. And so the step here is to move towards exiting the fiat financial system and reclaiming your true financial independence. So learning, what does that even mean? If some of these words are new to you, it shows that you have a way to go to get into the realm of financial sovereignty. And so this is not just about law, but it is about healing money trauma, the true dark force of the monetary system, and healing the trauma it has caused on our society and throughout all humanity, and then taking responsibility, learning to ask, once you know what's wrong, learning to ask, what are the solutions? And then aligning yourself with those solutions, taking steps to get to these solutions so that you can be truly financially independent the correct way. So, sovereignty isn't just one dimensional, it really is a lifestyle. It becomes a complete way of life. It's a way of being. It is exiting the old paradigm of kind of robot mode, autopilot, floating through life, just as you're told, um, go to school, get a job, get married, have kids, retire, die. It's really taking each day in each moment and being aligned with what do I need to do today to be at my highest operating levels. And so your mind, body, soul, and finances all must align to reach this level of true sovereignty. And when you do, you truly understand that you are a king and a queen of your own domain. You are the ruler of your own world. You are the master creator of your own world. And so you are unlocking the levels of the higher dimensions. You can now access the higher frequencies because you have purified on all levels, mind, body, spirit. And now you have the financial wealth to truly be in the flow at all times. So when you reclaim all four, you basically stand unshakable and free. And so this is the heart of the Great Awakening. You know, this is the time to reclaim your authority and really understand that no one else is going to do it for you. It is an individual process, and it is part of the game here. It is one of the most insane parts of the game. But just like a video game like Zelda, you need to master the levels so you can move higher. Sovereignty is not just a choice, it is your birthright, and it is how we ascend and exit the matrix. So if you liked this video, I would love to hear your thoughts if you have more questions. If you are new to the idea of the monetary system being controlled or rigged, anything that came up for you, I would love to read your thoughts in the comments and connect with you when you can. All right, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon.